Hey everybody, I wanted to do a video response, and it's probably, I would say quick, but I know it's not going to be because this topic just gets under my skin because it's my passion. This is in response to fotogrl1's video she just posted about knowing where your products are coming from. I was trying to leave you a comment, Candace, but for some reason YouTube was not working, and I was getting so frustrated because, like I said, this is very, I'm sure you can feel my passion on topics of animal cruelty, because I do it every day. You know, a lot of people just don't understand the magnitude of it. So what you said, girl, was dead on. That stuff that you're seeing on PETA's website is the truth. I'm not a PETA fan. I don't support PETA. I think they're very extreme, but they do have some good information on their website. So yes, that was a good website. I also wanted to throw out the Humane Society of the United States, HSUS. Their website's www.hsus.org. They've got some great websites, or great information as well too. And I've been very fortunate to work closely with a lot of their people, and they've got a great group that works for them. I actually responded to Hurricane Katrina twice through their disaster response team. So they're a great organization. Not that PETA's not great either. I just find that they're really extreme. America Humane is also a great resource. Their focus is on animals and children. So you'll find a lot of what's referred to as the link between human violence and animal violence on their website. And I think their website's www.americahumane.org. So, what Candace said was dead on. This stuff goes on every day. This stuff goes on in your backyard, and people just don't know it. When people think of puppy mills, they think of hundreds and hundreds of dogs. Well, it's not just dogs, and it doesn't have to be hundreds and hundreds of dogs. The majority of puppy mills, especially that I deal with on a regular basis, are less than 50 dogs. There's dogs, there's cats. I've had a rat breeder, reptile breeders, bird breeders. No, there is no animal safe from this vicious cycle. As long as there's a demand, it's going to be, it's going to happen. And the only way that it's going to stop is if we stop purchasing dogs from puppy mills. And I'm not saying that people need to stop breeding dogs. I've already done my research, and my next dog is going to be a border collie. I love smart dogs. I love dogs that I can work with. And when I did my apprenticeship in dog training, the gentleman I worked with had border collies, and I fell in love with the breed. So I'm not against dog breeding. I've actually thought about it, but I could never part with the puppies, so I become an animal hoarder. But puppy mills go on in your backyard. It could be your neighbor that has 3 or 4 dogs that, they're just trying to make a quick buck. So they breed the first cycle. They breed every heat cycle. They charge, $200 for a dog that isn't even vaccinated, has not seen a vet, has not had any proper socialization, any sort of, start in training or housebreaking. It's all about the $200, and if you ask any reputable breeder if there's money in dog breeding, they're going to tell you no. You might pay $1,000 for a well-bred dog, but that dog's probably been to the vet 3 times. It's probably had, the basic, housebreaking, just the start of it. I mean, some breeds it takes forever. Some breeds don't ever housebreak. They've had, socialization with other animals, with children, with other people in different situations, so you're getting a quality dog. So I am completely not against dog breeding. But you really need to be smart about where you're purchasing your animals, as well as your products. I have used L'Oreal in the past. I love their hip color pigments. They're, you know, one of my favorite eyeshadows. And being a makeup artist and a cosmetologist, although you would never know today, but it's Saturday, I'm on vacation, so you know, I really try to be conscientious about where my products are coming from and the products I use in my kit. And that's not to say that L'Oreal's products aren't good. You know, if they didn't test on animals, I would have their complete hip kit, you know, hip eyeshadows, because they're very well pigmented. But I can't consciously support animal cruelty. Now, I have worked in every facet of animal welfare, from a vet clinic, animal control. I've ran my own pet sitting business. I worked in the shelter, and I've actually worked in a research facility, a biotechnology research facility, where they tested on mice and rats. Now, they treated their animals superb, minus the fact of the testing. They grew antibodies in the bellies of mice, and if it wasn't for the removal of the antibodies, it probably wouldn't have been a bad job. They didn't do much testing on the rats, and I fell in love with the rats. So, you know, I can speak from experience. I can speak from, you know, my own research, that this stuff goes on, and, you know, people want to close their eyes. I just watched a great movie that I wanted to do a blog on, and then Candace had beat me to it. And I'm still going to go ahead and do it, but just kind of link to her her website for her tips. The movie was called Food Inc. It's a documentary on where our food's coming from. I also, what kind of sparked me into kind of becoming more conscientious about where my food's coming from is a couple of years ago I read The Harvest of Hope by Jane Goodall, which is an awesome book, and it stopped me from eating meat for about 2 years. And where I lived in Aroostook County, I had nothing, like no resources or anything. There was no vegetarian, you know, restaurants or anything like that. But since moving to southern Maine, I have Whole Foods, you know, 15 minutes away. I really started to cut out meat and becoming a vegetarian again. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to go vegan, because I use animal products. I use wool. You know, sheep have to be sheared in order for good health. So why waste it? You know, why waste that material? I love cheese. I couldn't live without cheese. Cows have to be milked for them to maintain a healthy life. They have to be milked, or, you know, they get infections and all that gross stuff. So anyways, just going back to what Candace said, you really need to research and be aware of what you're buying and what you're supporting. And I think if more people research, they'd be really shocked. And if you watch that movie, that Food Inc., you're gonna be really surprised. It's pretty amazing what money can do, and how our how the food industry is a monopoly. I mean, it's completely run by 3 or 4 companies. It's really sad. So yeah, I try as hard as I can to support my local farmers and buy locally, because even if it says free range, they might be free range, but they could be treated like crap. We just did a search warrant on one of the biggest egg farmers in New England, and they're definitely not free range, but hopefully the media attention that it brought to light some big changes. I hope, because chickens are the most cruelly treated animals on the face of the earth. So anyways, I am rambling now. Great video, Candace. Check out HSUS for more information on what you're purchasing. Check out PETA as well. And if anybody has any questions regarding animal cruelty, you know, hit me up. If anybody wants any information on animal research, on animal cruelty, the link, anything like that, I've got lots of literature I can send out and I'd be happy to share. So, blessed be everybody. I am done talking. I could go on and on because this is like so close to my heart. So, have a great day, everybody.